Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is probably going to be a longer one. I'm going to be completely redoing my ball python Titan's enclosure. He's up there right now. He's in an Exo Terra 24 by 18 by 12, and I'm going to be moving him into this Exo Terra. It's the 36 by 18 by 12. So before I start with setting up this enclosure right here, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my channel name and some updates that have been happening. So I'm just going to be doing that to inform my old subscribers and people that have subscribed to me before the name change happens. So if you're just tuning into my channel, then feel free to skip with the timestamps that are down below. But yeah, so if anyone's wondering, I did change my YouTube channel name. The reason I changed the name was because I didn't really like the old name. It was created when the channel was created 6 years ago. So I just didn't really like the name at all. So that's why I changed the name. It's now called the Reptile Hangout, and this is where we come to chill with my reptiles, and I show you them, and I teach you interesting things about them, their husbandry. I show you how to handle them, just stuff like that. So everything reptile related is going to be on this channel. All right, so that's the quick update for anyone who was wondering and was confused on why my channel name just completely changed. That's pretty much it. I really like the new channel name. Let me know what you guys think. I know I didn't even warn you guys that I was changing it, but oh well. So let's get into setting this up. I have a lot of stuff in this bag. I'm just going to show you it really quickly. I know it's going to all be in the enclosure, but just really quick. So I'm not going to be doing a bioactive setup, which is why I got fake plants. So I got this one, this weed looking one, another one of those, and another one of these. I got this. It's just an Exo Terra fern. I got this giant piece of wood that's going to be really good for climbing and stuff like that. There's also a large Exo Terra grapevine that I'm going to be using from up there in this enclosure. Next, I have this cork round. Pretty simple. I have this Exo Terra rock den or rock hide. That's going to be for the warm end. All right, so I'm not really going to bore you with me putting on the heat mat and also making the Eco Earth substrate, because I think that's really straightforward. The bedding is just the most boring part of any reptile enclosure. So the bedding that I'm going to be using is, like I said, bricks of Eco Earth that came with Titan. And for those of you that are new and don't know Titan's story, he is a 5-month-old ball python, so he's still relatively young. And it was sort of a rehoming / rescue situation. So I didn't buy him from a pet store or an expo or anything like that. He was rehomed to me. So I'm just making his enclosure a lot bigger and a lot nicer, and pretty much I'm just looking to make it look as natural as possible without actually putting in any live plants, which I know kind of sucks, but I just don't want to deal with live plants in this particular enclosure. So Eco Earth is the base bedding, but I am going to add some things into it, as you'll see after. So now that the base layer of Eco Earth is in, I don't really know if it's enough, but I have some more bedding to add in, so I think it should be good enough. So what I'm adding in first is just a mix. It's like cocoa fiber and some cypress mulch, things like that. That's going to be mixed into the bedding. And then I have a little bit of Zoomed Reptisoil that I used in my Crested Geckos bioactive setup. It's really just a little bit, so I'm just going to put that in there too. Pretty much it's the same thing as Eco Earth, just with some extra additives. Okay, so you can see the new bedding that I just put on top there. It's pretty dry, so I'm just going to moisten it and then mix everything in. It's time to start decorating, which is the really fun part. All right, so that piece of wood looks pretty good there. So I'm gonna be decorating from the right side of the cage to the left side. So next I'm just gonna put in this Exo Terra fern that I've rinsed out. I think that's pretty good. And I think I like that. So that's gonna be like that. The next thing I'm gonna put in is this big piece of Exo Terra grapevine. Right, so that's pretty much it for the right side decoration wise, but we are going to go in and put some more finishing touches once we complete the left side. This is what I have so far. There's a lot of climbing spaces and hiding spaces. There's this little hide right here that you can go in. So that's the overview right now, and let's get working on this side. All right, so for the warm end, it's pretty simple. I'm just using the Exo Terra rock hide. It's nothing special, but it'll do. He's pretty tiny now, but once he gets bigger, I'll be able to upgrade the hide since the heating pad is pretty big under there. I'm just going to be putting in some fake plants. Now, the placement is going to change no matter what. I'm just really rough outlining where they're going to go. But you're not going to be disappointed once you see the end result of this enclosure, so stay tuned. Alright, so just a quick overview of what I have so far. There's a lot of hiding spaces and a lot of climbing spaces, so I think he's really going to enjoy this enclosure. Alright guys, so most of the finishing touches have been added. It was just like an assortment of moss that I got from a craft store. But it is natural color and it's not harmful for my snake. So he should be fine. So there's just a lot of different mosses, a lot of different colors, textures, and different enrichment in there. So he is in blue right now. I don't want to bother him at all. So I'm just going to place him right in front of his warm hide. He's not even moving, which is pretty funny, but it's because his eyes are extremely clouded over. So pretty much right where he's sitting right now, that's where the water bowl is going to be because there's no heat mat there. Like I was saying, that's his warm hide. And then he has all this extra space to explore, to climb, to do whatever he likes. Sorry, he's kind of boring, but it's because he is fully in blue and he is blind. So I hope he just finds his hide right there where he can chill out and relax. And if you guys are wondering, I did hook up the thermostat. It's right over there and it goes right into his hot hide. So there's no need to worry about overheating issues. But yeah, like you guys can see, he is deep into blue. His eyes are really cloudy and he's not even sure where he is right now. Just the final overview. Like I was saying, the water dish is going to go there once he moves. And I think it is a great update from, from this little enclosure to this nice big rainforesty vibe space that he has here. So he is literally just going to smell everything. I don't really like to bother my snakes when they're in shed, but this was kind of like a one-off thing because he was getting a big upgrade here. So I hope he enjoys it once he's out of shed. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. I'm just going to leave him alone right now. I'm gonna put the top back on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a huge mess that I have to clean up right here. So I'm gonna get to that. I hope he enjoys his enclosure. I hope I gave you some nice ideas. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.